Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we talked about things to expect when moving to Texas. In today's video, we are going to talk about 10 of the best places in Texas to live. If you haven't watched the previous video, then you can go to it by clicking the link in the description. If you are still here and have already watched the previous video, then let's get started from the top ranked places to live in Texas. The Texas capital city, Austin, is number 1 on our list of top places to live in Texas. Living in Austin offers several advantages, as it is the most cost-effective choice for tech startups and huge corporations looking for an alternative to Silicon Valley. This means finding a job in a tech company is relatively easy if you have the right skills, a boon for the city and those who live there. Aside from that, one of the biggest benefits of living in Austin is its exceptional educational system. Austin has 113 private schools, 58 of which are top high schools with ratings of 7.5 or above. Austin outperforms comparably sized metro regions in Texas with its quality of schools, and in addition, there are also 6 higher education institutions in Austin, one of which is featured in the best colleges rankings by the U.S. News & World Report. And last but not least, according to WalletHub's ranking of the greatest foodie cities in the United States, Austin has the finest food in Texas. With that mix of a solid job market, great education, and food, Austin is hard to beat, and that's why it ranks as our number 1 place to live. Coming in at number 2 on our list is Dallas-Fort Worth. According to U.S. News, Dallas-Fort Worth is the second greatest city to live in Texas in terms of quality of life, employment market, and overall value. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has an intriguing combination of Texan tradition and global influences, and is home to both the buzz of great cities and the seclusion of peaceful suburbs. The cowboy lifestyle is alive and well in Fort Worth, although home prices have risen in recent years due to an increased demand for this unique blend of old and new, big and small. In spite of this, the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan region provides a better value than other metropolitan areas of comparable size when household expenses are compared to the median household income. In addition, the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area is home to a total of 18 colleges and universities, 4 of which have been recognized by the U.S. News & World Report ratings with rating scores of 7.1 or above on their 10-point scale. If a charming mix of old and new and a solid education is what you're after, you might consider Dallas-Fort Worth as your next home. If you're looking for an affordable and cheaper place in Texas to start living, then Houston is a great place to start, coming in at number 3 on our list. You can easily live in Houston on a budget due to the city's affordable housing and free or inexpensive attractions to keep you occupied. Activities such as touring George Bush Park or riding along Buffalo Bayou are free of charge and will keep you busy without breaking the bank. The low cost of living in this area is not the only thing luring new residents from other parts of the country. You also have the food to thank for that. Gatlin's Barbecue is one of the many award-winning restaurants that can be found in Houston, along with other types of eateries to satisfy any palate. Additionally, the Houston area was given the title of having the best manufacturing metro region in the United States and is the headquarters for 20 of the Fortune 500 firms in the United States, including Cisco and ConocoPhillips. In Houston, there is a wide variety of different business sectors for people to work in, including ample opportunities to find work in the oil and gas sectors. If you're looking to move to Texas on a budget, don't overlook Houston. At number 4 on our list, San Antonio is a wonderful place to consider when thinking about making a move to Texas. The bioscience, renewable energy, and industrial sectors are all expanding here, contributing to San Antonio's robust job market. The Southwest Research Institute is located in this area near Toyota and Valero Energy Corp. And when you consider these job opportunities combined with the cost of living in San Antonio, moving to the city comes out on top as a superior overall bargain. Of note here is that the average price of a house is almost $40,000 cheaper than in other comparable metro areas. Additionally, Lackland Air Force Base, Fort Sam Houston, Camp Bullis, and Randolph Air Force Base come together to form the proud Joint Base San Antonio in the San Antonio area, which has caused the tourism and hospitality sectors here to be particularly highly developed. This makes this a great place to not just visit, but also live. Killeen secured number 5 on our list of places to live in Texas. In addition to economy driven by the location of Fort Hood, the cost of living in Killeen is also lower than the national average in other big metro areas in Texas, so citizens of Killeen will get more value out of each dollar than in other places throughout the U.S. Both the median value of a property and the typical amount of rent paid each month in Killeen are significantly cheaper than they are in comparable large metropolitan areas. As for education, there are a total of 28 public elementary, middle, and high schools in Killeen. And Killeen is home to 14 different private schools. Of all the high schools in the city, 15 of them have been honored in the United States rankings of the best high schools. However, the total rating for schools overall is approximately 4.4, which is a little lower than the ratings in the other locations. Coming in at number 6 on our list is Beaumont. It was in Beaumont that the Texas oil boom got its start when oil prospector Anthony Francis Lucas poured black gold over Spindletop Hill in 1901, and that legacy lives on today. The major job opportunities in the area are in gas and oil companies. Companies like Phillips 66 and ExxonMobil in Beaumont employ a lot of people who help meet the world's need for oil and gas. Air Liquide, Entergy Texas, and Christus Southeast Texas Hospital, St. Paul are all prominent employers in the region. Lamar University, Beaumont Independent School District, St. Elizabeth Healthcare, and Baptist Hospitals of Southeast Texas are other key employers in the area. As long as you have a steady job in Beaumont, you should be able to make ends meet because the cost of living in the area is lower than both the national average and the average cost of living in Texas. So if you're looking for employment in the oil, gas, or energy fields, don't overlook Beaumont as a location for your next move. If you have a passion for the great outdoors, you will find that number 7 on our list, El Paso, is an ideal spot to call home. El Paso is close to Rio Grande, home to many amazing places to fish, canoe, and go whitewater rafting. In El Paso, the great outdoors awaits. It's not just the outdoors that are great in El Paso, though. The indoor cost of living in El Paso is far lower than the national average, and the cost of housing in El Paso is significantly cheaper than the cost of housing in other large metropolitan areas such as Houston and Austin. Furthermore, the amount that you would pay for day-to-day essentials like food and transportation is also somewhat lower than the amount that the typical American pays for these things. If the great outdoors is calling you to Texas, you may find that it is El Paso that is calling to you. At number 8 on our list, we have Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi is another great place for outdoor enthusiasts. There are miles of beaches in the metro region that are ideal for surfing, kiteboarding, snorkeling, kayaking, and fishing. Hunting is another common sport in this area. The cost of living in Corpus Christi is lower than the national average for both homeowners and renters. However, Corpus Christi has somewhat higher sales and property taxes than the national average, but don't forget there is no state income tax. Corpus Christi has 30 public elementary, middle, and high schools with an additional 25 private schools, so your children will have plenty of options for their education while you are out surfing and hunting your days away. Coming in at number 9 on our list is Plano. Plano is one of the greatest cities to live in Texas if you want to live somewhere that has a good mix of skyscrapers and green space. Aside from the abundance of open areas, the city is ideal for families due to its low crime rate, high affordability, and proximity to restaurants, museums, theaters, and clubs. It boasts excellent public schools and fantastic parks and bike routes that can be enjoyed by people of all ages. Plano is also complete with eateries, shops, and entertainment of all kinds. So there's something to do for people of all ages in the city. Plano is not a place to be overlooked when considering Texas for your next move. And finally, coming in at number 10 on our list is Arlington. Arlington is the perfect Texas city for those who are targeting a location right between Dallas and Fort Worth. Although it seems more like a tiny town, despite having a much lower population than Austin, it still has its own University of Texas and magnificent river walks. Living in Arlington offers residents a dense suburban feel, and most residents own their homes. In Arlington, there are a lot of coffee shops and parks. Many families and young professionals live in Arlington, and residents tend to lean liberal. The public schools in Arlington are above average, so overall, a great small city to call home. That's all for today's video, guys. What place do you like the most from our top 10 list? Tell us in your views in the comment section below. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next one. Until then, cheers.